Welcome to Miss Berryman's Week at a Glance. It is week 5. I'm so proud of how far you guys have gotten and all the hard work you've turned in. I'm so impressed and so proud of you. So let's go ahead and get started with our week 5. Our first bonus word, remember there's going to be two bonus words. I'll say one at the beginning and one kind of mixed in. But our first bonus word is purple. Remember that if you ask me a question and it's something I talked about in the video, I will ask you for those bonus words to make sure you've watched it. So, starting for week 5, remember if we scroll down, we have our week at a glance. Our week at a glance shows each subject and what you need to do for that subject. I also love that it has this suggested days to go through. In your math, it always shows you which problems need to be completed. Don't do every problem. All right, if you want to do every problem for extra practice, I will accept it, I will look at it, I will check it, I will give you feedback, but these are the only ones that are required. You have your science, what you're doing in social studies, and your specials activities. Remember, always do your activity log. Make sure you're being active and get outside. There is also, you can download, it has a suggested pacing. So what it thinks you should work on each day, as in what we would do during the school day. You do not have to follow this. As you know, you can use whatever pacing you want, but having a schedule is really beneficial to making sure you're getting all your assignments completed and turned in so we can give you feedback. All right, so let's get started on what we're working on this week. So if we go to our modules, get that out of there. We want week 5. So let's start with science. Science, we have behavior of light and reflected light. And for your behavior of light, you are going to be, I'm missing the assignment, so we'll go ahead and click on it. Where it's most of the time on that very last page. And your assignment this week is you have different pictures. You have to circle whether it is reflection, refraction, or absorption. But you have to describe what that light is doing for each of these 6. And then turn it in. And we have a lovely rubric to grade it by, which you can find here. And you will turn it in. Remember, you just click that next button. You have to click submit and you'll put it right here. And you can also add a comment if you want or anything you want me to share or to share with me. If we go back, your second assignment in science is reflection of light. And your reflected light is an activity sheet here with your question to be turned in. Observations. It's like you're doing your own science experiment. And we have a rubric here to grade for you as well. If we look at math next, you only have 3 lessons. Now that's because 8 and 9 are combined together. So in your concept development for 8 and 9, you'll actually have 2 videos to watch. Okay? Now for 8 and 9, you're going to go through the questions through the video. So whatever they do through the video, that's what you're turning in. All right? For lesson 10, you have to do problems 2A, 2B, and 3. Remember, you can do more if you want, but I'm mainly looking for 2A, 2B, and 3. And for lesson 12, we skip lesson 11. And for lesson 12, you do 1A, 1D, and 1E. We're submitting those assignments here so we can get them graded and get you your points. Moving on to ELA. So last week, you started planning your writing about how Atlas and her friend are good detectives. And you had to turn in your controlling idea, almost like your beginning paragraph, of what your 3 reasons were for them to be so amazing. Like, why are they good detectives? What 3 things make them good detectives? For your compare and contrast here, right here, oops, let me click on the right one. As you know, we create a kind of list for you to see what it is you go through for each one. Now, looking at what we have for week 5, you're going to start with making connections. You're going to work through working on your writing, continuing on, and you're going to be having a compare and contrast organizer. I had a couple message me already about the organizer. It wants you to draw the organizer, okay? And you're going to submit your drawing for it. On the next assignment, 9.4, we're going to go through, you're going to continue writing, going through your publishing, and your assignment is you are going to submit your writing. Now, there is an opinion writing exemplar. That is an example of the writing, okay? And it's the rubric, how we are going to grade it. Before you submit it, make sure you look at those and feel your writing is good. So 100% is exactly what your teacher would suggest for you to do and be proud of. That's all for ELA. Don't forget to do your reading log, making sure you're giving me that summary. I want to read about what you're reading. Share it with me. Put how many minutes so I can give you steps. We have your social studies. So with social studies, you have what's called the power of 3. And it's talking about the 3 branches of our government. You are going to have this super cool, I loved this assignment, so you have a part A, and you have all these little boxes, and you have these lovely little flowers to fill in those boxes. For some reason, this is in the middle. To fill in those boxes for each branch. Now, you can print them and cut them out. You can, on your computer, write each one, or you can print just the judicial branch, the executive branch, and the legislative branch, and just write it in. You can make it colorful, whatever your heart desires. And then turning in part B of explaining what the 3 branches of government are and why they were created. I can't wait to read them. Let's see. I already talked about it, but make sure for PE, you turn in your PE log. Make sure you're working on your art assignment. It's about shapes this week. And you work on music. All right. For math, I forgot to remind you, make sure you're going on Zern for that extra practice. It also works with your multiplication facts. It is another resource for you to help and to give you that more practice. I want you to be prepared for 4th grade. So make sure you're going on Zern. All right. Well, I can't wait to see all the amazing work you do this week. Have a wonderful week 5. Thanks for watching. Bye.